Hello, my lovely child of the internet. It is I, Multi-Man. Welcome back to another one of my lovely tips and tricks video. This is actually an update to the last tips and tricks video that we did. Today we're going to be talking about the Breaking Bad method. That's right, the Breaking Bad method. The keep my wife's name out of your mouth method. That's it. We're talking about the one and the only champion of the people, Royal Curry. You can see it. It's probably on the screen. A lot of you already have been telling me since my video almost about a month ago that, Royal Curry, you should be getting that. Royal Curry gives you $500,000. Royal Curry is better than your method, even though it's kind of good. And I'm like, listen, I've heard you, okay? And I'm back. And I just wanted to say thank you all for telling me this several times. I will just say in my personal defense, well, there's still only two things that I will say. One, I was recording a playthrough for the channel, as you've probably seen, because if you want to go see it, you can click this card in the top right corner. So, of course, I wasn't gonna go ahead and know about everything, because this was a blind playthrough, not trying to use methods or, things that would break the game too quickly for me, because personally, I just wanted to go at my own pace. And two, it is a really good method, but it only gets more consistent once you level up our partner in crime, Elsha, right here, who will be able to help us be able to break the game quite easily. So I've tested this out a little bit because I wanted to see if I could help you guys find out if it becomes more or less consistent, because the first time I did it, I recorded myself doing the actual strategy, and I got very unlucky, and I did it 2 separate times in 2 separate days, and I did not get a drop for the Royal Curry. Now, I will say that when I originally did that, Elsha's level was underneath 2, but again, you can always recruit her using the, invitation crest that you get after you complete the capturing quest at the beginning of the game. What this allows you to do is take out anybody, even if you're not at a certain friendship level, but I will recommend that you get them at least to level 3 or 4, so her skill will proc. So all you need to do is make a bunch of failed dishes, as you're seeing on the screen right now. Make a bunch of failed dishes that take away 20% of your health. It's really good to set up this little trick, because you can either do failed or disaster, and all you need to do is put plenty of scrap metal, iron, any sort of item that's not really cookable into the cooking thing, and bam, you got filled dishes. What I also will say to this, there is a method too that if you want to use to max out your cooking skill, you can use the same method to make failed dishes, and it increases your cooking proficiency by a lot. So if you want to use that as well, you can. But anyways, back to our chemical lab specialists here. When you are below 88% health, your girl will hook you up. She said, "Don't worry, I got your back," and she will throw items at you, food items. These are the things that are in her pool. It's the regular onigiri, the salmon origiri, we got pancakes, we got regular curry, a plate of curry, and then the coup de main de gras, Royal Curry. Now, Royal Curry is broken because, like I already just mentioned, that's $500,000. Now, she can give it to you multiple times, depending on how lucky you are. You may get, 2 or 3, maybe 4 during the day. But again, it's a 1 in 5 chance, and that means you're kind of gambling on the fact that she'll throw it at you at certain points. But what I found that when I had the friendship level of her increased, she, during every half an hour interval, is roughly around how long it takes. Sometimes she'll throw multiple, all within the span of 20 to 30 minutes, which means if she throws 3 or 4, then you're basically going to be getting that, and then you're going to have to be waiting almost an hour to an hour and a half if she does it all at once. And the only other thing is that you have to do this in a dungeon where your girl needs to be leveled up enough so she doesn't die. Because, again, you got to take care of your friends, so the only way that this ability procs is when you're in a dungeon and you're under that amount of health. So as you can see, I'm in the very first level of the game, or the first dungeon of the game, and basically I'm just using these weak enemies to, show that I'm still in combat, so she can then use her ability to take something out of her pocket and throw it to you. Now, of course, This is a really good way of making money. Honestly, it trounces mine by like 20-fold. Like, somebody was making a mockery of me in the comments because they're like, "Hi, you're doing this and you only made that much in 2 days. Look what I can make in, 15 seconds." Because I got lucky, and I'm like, okay, I mean, that's fine. But again, it still is a lot of time being patient and waiting for your character to not die to the enemies, and also getting lucky with the actual drop. Which I will say, my method is still luck-based too, so I'm not that angry. All I'm saying is that when I realized that Royal Curry was this good, I also felt guilty for using it. Even though I still have at least 5 Royal Curries, and I'm going to show off how much you basically make, getting 5 of these gives you 2 million and 500,000. Like, that's a lot of money. And early on, that's actually pretty good, considering that means if you just want to focus on, trying to excel your other skills, or if you want to go ahead and basically just bypass a lot of the paywalls that you'll run into at the beginning, then that's perfectly cool. Me, personally, after I used the method to record this video, I haven't touched it since, because the only time I think I'll ever touch it again is probably if I'm really down bad for cash in late game. But at this point in the game that I'm currently at when I'm recording this, I'm now at the point where I have access to every single shop and every single romance character. I'm just making that a keynote because for me it took me a lot longer to level her up because I didn't focus on her, because again, like I said, doing a let's play up in the top right corner of the screen if you want to check that out, where I'm finding out these things as I'm going and I'm showing them on screen anyways. But I just still wanted to make this update video to the get quick scheme method, because to be honest, I know a lot of you guys in my comments on my previous video that I made almost about a month ago, I let that simmer. I let this simmer because a lot of you were still giving me compliments and saying, hey, the other things in this is pretty good. And I appreciate all the feedback nonetheless. But I will be back with more tips and tricks. The only reason it took me so long to go ahead and do this one is not literally, first of all, I wanted to let this other video sit, which it did. And now that a few of my episodes of my Let's Play are out, and people probably have had chances to go ahead and look for stuff on their own in the game, or go ahead and improve, what they wanted to do in the game at this point, or maybe in later game than I am. Basically now, if you want to go ahead and break the game and just basically make the game just, hey, I have money and now I just get to do fun stuff and think about other things you can do in the game, then yeah, now you can do that. I just personally was kind of hesitant at first because I was like, the first time I tried to do it, and the second time I tried to record it, I didn't even get lucky, and I didn't get the method to work, which means I was like, I don't really want to show this not working, because obviously it is a pretty good method, and by pretty good I mean, it kind of is like, the top of the top, but that's why I have the thumbnail that I do for this video. But, I'm just glad that I was able to now come back with this video and show you guys the power of Royal Curry, the King, the Supreme, the easiest thing to get early on in the game. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to go ahead out because I'm going to be back with another tips and tricks video on some magic, because I want to teach you guys how you can make magic builds work and become extremely busted in this game. Whether or not you're using, a magic build or not. So until then, I've been Multi12679, other known as Multi-Man, and I'll catch you lovely chows next time. And if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment if you have anything else to add, or subscribe if you want to keep up with more of my tips and tricks videos. But until then, ciao ciao until next time.